Episode 328.
Misty Rain Pavilion? Impossible.
Jiang Yu's voice suddenly rose. He personally flipped to the dungeon rankings, found the top spot for the one-line Gorge dungeon, and confirmed it. Misty Rain, with a time of 25 minutes, 21 seconds, and 78 milliseconds. Tyrannical Ambition had beaten the server record by over 2 minutes. Now Misty Rain had beaten Tyrannical Ambition by another 2+ minutes. Jiang Yu's face fell. Having studied this low-level dungeon himself, he had no idea how Misty Rain had shaved off those 2+ minutes.
Are you sure these people are from Misty Rain?
Jiang Yu searched diligently through the 5 names, but Lord Grimm's was nowhere to be found. But with this menace already on the loose, who's to say another pro won't show up to play as a ringer? Maybe it's the new trend for retired pros to team up and wreak havoc on us regular players in the new server.
They're all from Misty Rain.
Night Tide Cold Pool, however, had already identified the 5 of them the moment he saw the rankings.
The characters are, but the players behind them? Not necessarily. How shameful.
Ahem.
Night Crossing the Cold Pond gave an awkward cough. Jiang Yu heard it as a pointed reminder. He froze for a second, then looked even more embarrassed. He'd been messing around on the 10th server for too many days, and had spent far too long using this elementalist to chase the action. Jiang Yu had even forgotten that he wasn't the character himself. He was exactly the kind of shameless person he'd just been talking about. Well, apart from Cold Night River, few caught Jiang Yu's slip of the tongue. Everyone else was just staring, dumbstruck, at Misty Rain's new record and the world chat buzzing about it. Everyone in Tyranny felt like crying. On the World Channel, clueless players were already saying, "Tyrannical Ambition is so lame, they didn't even need Lord Grimm to step in before their record got stomped." Misty Rain Pavilion. What kind of guild is Misty Rain? Countless green rookies, completely unaware of Misty Rain's true stature, dismissed the guild as some minor outfit. This only served to highlight the sheer incompetence of Tyrannical Ambition. And yet even more clueless rookies bought into this nonsense. A bunch of loudmouths were blabbing all over the world, debating just how utterly pathetic Tyrannical Ambition really was. Even when Tyrannical Ambition was wiped out, did they ever lose face? The top players were furious, and the guild's rank-and-file members were equally incensed. Without waiting for orders from their leaders, grassroots players had already taken to the world chat, trading verbal blows with those who dared look down on Tyrannical Ambition. Jiang Yu and the others watched in agony. Their guild members were clearly losing the argument, getting utterly humiliated by those no-name rookies. They had no solid argument. Every first clear and record they'd ever claimed had Lord Grimm's fingerprints all over it. And the one record they just managed to claw back some pride with. They don't even need Lord Grimm to step in. Any decent guild could wipe them out. The new players said just that. The fact that Misty Rain was just any old guild left Tyrannical Ambition feeling utterly helpless. Where's the justice in that? Lord Bear, so easy to topple, the records you set are ours to topple. Amidst the verbal brawl, a mocking limerick suddenly dropped, stealing the spotlight. The attackers cheered, eagerly sharing it far and wide. The World Channel erupted in laughter and song, a chorus of merriment, with many players eagerly trying to outdo each other with the next verse. The World Channel instantly erupted into a contest, a poetry slam, spearheaded by Tyrannical Ambition, where they earnestly debated meter and rhyme. In the face of this, how could the Tyrannical Ambition players not be furious? Jiang Yu lost his composure on the spot. He scrolled through the messages and dug out the name of the person who'd started it all.
Enough talk, Vanguard. If you've got the guts, meet me in the arena or out in the wilds. Loser eats his account card. You in?
As the guild leader, Jiang Yu's words and actions represented the entire guild. It had been a long time since he'd last acted this recklessly. But now, hiding behind an alt, his rage got the better of him. He stormed onto the World Channel and directly challenged someone, declaring he'd eat his account card if he lost. This was a new phrase in the Glory era, equivalent to deleting your character in the early days of online gaming. Technically, eating the card is pointless. You can report it lost. If you really want to delete the account, you have to go and deactivate the card. But deactivate just doesn't have the same ring to it. No punch. In a trash talk line, it sounds downright moronic. So players prefer something with more punch, like eat your card. Not long after Jiang Yu issued his challenge, the player Vanguard answered,
"Mighty Bear, easy to topple. Any record you set, we'll top it."
Right, the bear he's talking about is the bear as in Cowardly Bear. Jiang Yu was utterly frustrated, but his global chat was still on cooldown. So, he snatched another player's computer and started typing furiously.
One-on-one. You dare? Then shut your mouth.
This time, however, the other player's world chat was on cooldown, and they remained silent for a long while. But the moment the cooldown ended, the other side immediately spoke up.
The mighty bear, easy to topple. Any record you set, we'll top it.
Fuck.
Jiang Yu was absolutely livid. The people around him watched his fury, not daring to make a sound. But to those who had weathered countless storms, Jiang Yu's current tantrum seemed utterly childish. As the leader of one of the top 3 guilds, personally trading insults with some random no-name rookie in the world chat, it's just beneath your dignity. And this dead noob who seemed to know exactly what he was doing, completely ignored Jiang Yu's provocations. Knowing full well his opponent was watching, he just kept spamming that infuriating message on repeat, successfully driving Jiang Yu into an absolute rage.
Guild leader, calm down. If you get angry, you lose.
The others gathered around, trying to console him.
Cam, what good is calm? Now the record's been broken again. So tell me, calmly, what are we supposed to do about it?
Jiang Yu roared, and everyone, both in-game and out, heard him loud and clear. Yeah. What do we do now? Everyone stared at the poetry contest unfolding in the World Channel, each feeling as if they'd swallowed a bitter pill. At the very peak of this excitement, Yi Shu and his 4 companions had just emerged from their 3rd run of the Line Canyon dungeon. Compared to others who could clear it 3 times in an hour and a half, they had taken nearly an extra hour, all of it wasted on painstakingly circling and dodging.